Say it again.
No, I was listening to you. I'm trying to
Uh,
learn how to not cut people off. So if I start, I stop and shit. My bad. Yo, go ahead.
nah, you good. I mean, if I really want to say something, I'd be like, bro, I'm trying, whatever,
I'm
whatever.
I'm trying to prevent that. That's why I'm trying to prevent us having to do that. But go ahead, yo. My bad.
Well, I ain't there yet, so you still gotta tell me when I'm cutting you off sometimes. Um, but anyway, they got some good ass sauce, so I was like, you know what? Let me try their lasagna one day on a humble one. I don't like the cheese, like I said, but something said, let me try it because they got good ass sauce, and the way they like separate it, I can kind of like peel the top layer of cheese off and pretty much just have like a meat and sauce lasagna. That shit is fire. Like,
Yeah, pause. Yeah, yeah,
uh, you know, that shit is fire. So
yeah. They make
making them.
good pizza too. They got the pizza. That shit high as a bitch though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I was about to say I had it once. It was definitely good, but like you said, I ain't really trying to pay $12 for a motherfucking frozen pizza. And if I pay $12 for a pizza, I might as well get a fucking hot one, fresh out the oven from somewhere.
Right, 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 right. Hell yeah.
Nah, if you catch them on a humble, you get them on sale or something. I'll pay $8 for a frozen pizza, $9 max. But like that raw shit, that Newman's own or whatever it's called, like they be taxing.
Yeah, and that's one of my favorite frozen pizzas too. The Newman's joint. I get all that shit if I
They be
come across some
taxing.
food stamps or something. I smashes all that shit.
That's exactly when I get the shit. Like
Smashes on all
what?
that shit.
If I gotta pay my own money for the shit, that shit is not happening. And like I said, if I gotta choose between spending cash for a 12, $13 pizza, or I can just go pick up a fucking 11, $12 pizza that's fresh out the oven, I'm gonna get the pizza that's fresh out the
Right,
oven.
right, 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 right.
I fuck with pizza bowlies real heavy, so I be gonna go pick they shit up a lot. Pause. Um,
I do the bowlies every once in a while, but or I do like like the Papa John's whatever, cause I be catching the sales. I only get it if it's like one of the little sales or something. But I like authentic like pizza spots, pizzas, yo. Like
I
like
get that. Like legit pizza places,
yeah, they
Italian
got. I
spots that
mean, they gotta
specialize
be
in
of
pizza.
Italian, regular white or Greek, yo. I ain't even gonna lie, yo. The best pizza is gonna be by Italians, regular whites, and Greeks. Yo, give me
I don't know about regular whites, but Greeks and Italians, I
yeah,
agree.
yeah. Yo, give me My bad. Get that out the way. Still there? See something. Nigga Crab beamed out on us. See. Hey Latasha, yo, Mark, what's up, y'all? I had my I had my microphone off for a second. Lost Crab. Let me see something. Yeah, I had had my mic off. I was taking a phone call real quick, and I don't think Crab heard me say to hold on for a second. But give me 1 second real quick. I'm gonna share this to the groups. See something. My bad, y'all. I'm trying to all right, there we go. Let's get Crab back too. Let's see where you're at. There we go.
The perfect time.
You, my bad, yo.
Yeah.
I had to take a phone call real quick. Get that shit
Now
out
you
the way.
good. I came back at the perfect time.
What happened?
Because you just said, all right, there we go, as soon as I click back on.
Oh, all right. We got Latasha in the house. I ain't mean there ain't no way you, Tasha. My man Mark in the house. What's up, y'all?
What it is,
Yo, it's gonna be a good series right here, man.
definitely. Mostly because I don't know why people think OKC is inexperienced. I mean, they are inexperienced, but a lot of people think OKC gonna lose early for real. But I
Nah,
actually see a long series pass.
I don't know why anybody would think automatically that OKC is going out early. They Minnesota is one series more experienced than them because they made the conference finals last year, and their superstar is actually more experienced league wise than Minnesota superstar.
Is he? Is Shea Gilly more
More experience.
experienced league wide than Shea Gilly was an afterthought in
You mean in LA? You mean for the Clippers? I wouldn't say he was an afterthought. It was obvious that he was going to be a guy. He was just young at the time, and they was a team that was actually trying to compete. But I wouldn't say that he was an afterthought. I wouldn't say that at all. As you see, our guy Crab hasn't gotten his internet together yet, guys. I shared the two of them. TSTN. Good looking out, Latasha, for the shareration. Yeah, y'all. I wish I could share my internet with you, y'all. Wish I could
no, I
share it with
wasn't
you.
that. I don't know what happened. I had the phone in my hand and I clicked some other shit. So it wasn't even the dumbass internet this time.
Right.
That was just me
Get that
being a
shit.
dickhead.
Uh,
Yeah, that was
I need
just
a
me
couple.
being a dickhead.
I need a couple. I need a couple threes from Shea.
Shit, Gilly?
Matter of fact, I just need one from Dante. They go
Yeah,
White Dante. White Dante just hit one.
there we go. That's why I should have went with you from White Dante. I know he going. Hey, Randall gonna get more touches, but White Dante gonna jack more of them bitches from three.
And he's going. I mean, he more efficient from three. First of all, so he gonna do more with his. But I just think that Randall he gonna shoot six of them, so he hit two of them.
I hope so. Otherwise, I'm gonna be sick. Fucking, I'm already sick because fucking Hobert fucking caught two fouls early, and now he fucking on a bench, or he was on a bench.
Yeah, Mark. I ain't see a comment that yeah they got SGA for from the PG trade. We'll go with my bad,
I
Joe.
meant to say, I know I said fucking the Clippers or whatever. Or no, I didn't say the Clippers. I said Sacramento. I meant to say the Clippers.
They couldn't have predicted him being the loser in the trade.
Shit, he
Um,
was already trending to being that.
and what's the name? The coach didn't want to let Joe go. I remember that. The coach knew, and it was Doc Rivers and shit at the time. Wasn't it still Doc Rivers? It wasn't Ty.
Yeah, in
Yeah, it
LA.
wasn't
Yeah,
Tyronn
it
Lue
was
yet.
Doc.
Yeah, Doc was telling them not to let SGA go. I remember that shit,
Yeah,
and
nah,
he's
he was
still talking
definitely
about.
next up for real. But he didn't turn that corner in the with the Clippers though. I can say that. Like,
Yeah, he didn't really turn the corner to his second year or so in OKC because it was looking like for a second, oh, he playing with Chris Paul. Chris Paul making the team better. But then and he was around 20-ish around that point, you know what I mean? But when yo start showing up killing shit, you know what I mean, it was obvious, you know what I mean?
yeah, they definitely was trying to give Chris Paul the credit. That first year, I think they went to the playoffs.
Yeah, it was the playoffs, yeah. That's what Chris Paul was the young team whisperer, yo.
Yeah, they thought he was the guy. They sent him to San And honestly, he probably could have been a young team whisperer in San Antonio.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah,
just all kind of got hurt for real.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't expect him to be the fucking
I mean, they
the
all
young
got
team fucking.
hurt. They all got hurt.
I don't expect him to be the
Hurt.
fucking young team cardio or whatever for real. Like being a whisperer, one thing for real, but fucking um they once Wimby got hurt, he was probably supposed to be the leader and carrying the motherfuckers for real. He wasn't built for that no more.
Yeah, Mark said that SGA father was kind of explaining the same thing on Gil's Arena. He said it was
About what?
they tried to say it wasn't it was the scheme. It wasn't Shea.
Yeah. No, it was definitely him.
Mark said he meant that the young boy ended up being Roy. That's what CP did.
No, I can agree with that. Um,
I think if Chris Paul still want to pay, if he still wants to play, they should keep him for their run towards you know what I mean being a better franchise for real. They need to keep yo if he want to play because it looks like he's willing to play. You know what I mean whatever role he need to do to help the team at this point. Plus he know the longer he play, even though he's never catching Stockton. Let me take that out the equation. He ain't never catching Stockton, but he at least put number two, further and further away.
yeah, he didn't never catch a stop. That's it. Um, Stockton,
Nah, he
Miss
wasn't the favorite for that war going into the season.
who?
Um, Shorty from San Antonio, Shorty
Who?
from
Stephon Castle?
yeah, Stephon Cancel from
No, he
UConn.
definitely wasn't the favorite. Stay on it. Let me know what you got.
I
But
heard. Now we talk about San Antonio. I heard rumblings that they think about taking Derek Queen. Yo,
who's trying to take Eric Queen?
San Antonio. They think about taking Derek Queen.
That wouldn't be a bad look.
Man, that should be vicious, yo. That should be perfect. Because Wimby don't want to post up, so that give them a post presence. Even though Wimby is still gonna be a post presence, that give them like a show enough post presence. That's like a mean ass high low right there. You know what I mean? That's a mean high low, and Wimby can make up for some of his deficiencies as like a rim protector and shit. You know what I mean?
Who as far as Wemby or who?
Wemby will make up for some of Queen's deficiencies as a rim protector. Derek Queen gives them a post presence, which Wemby really don't want to play like that. You know what I mean? That's a mean high low. You know what I mean?
No, that's dope. That's actually they complement each other really well.
Yeah, that should be serious. That shit would be serious. Let me see what I had loaded up in the caption. Yeah, pause, Mark. Pause. I know what you're saying now. I know what you're saying, Mark. See what Mark said, right? Yeah, pause, Mark. But yeah, Queen definitely is definitely that right there. He got an old school game and he got a tough face to basket game. He's a pretty good passer, but offensively wise, you know, as far as scoring wise, he got a lot of he got a whole lot of he got a whole lot of what's my man name? Joker with him. He got a lot of black Joker. That's what I call him, Black Joker. Call him Black Joker. These boys going at it. Let me see what this Lele doing. Let's see what Lele doing.
All I know is go better, bitch.
Damn, he grabbed a rebound in the first 30
That's
seconds.
all I
He
know.
ain't been bored.
Who go bad?
Yeah.
Even a bitch since then, he done had two fouls.
Oh my
He
God.
had two fouls in the first 3 minutes of the fucking first quarter. Bitch ass.
I'm mad as shit about this joint, man.
Go
Fucking
better, bitch.
3 day parlay and shit.
A 3-day parlay is crazy. I'm waiting for halftime and then I probably place another one. Them live bets at halftime really be where it's at.
Yeah, halftime, first quarter. You catch them. You can catch them. Hold on, they got Rudy with 0 rebounds. I definitely seen him grab at least one.
All I know is when I looked at the stat sheet, he was ass.
He got a rebound on the putback.
They said it ain't count.
Oh, so he got fouled before then.
That's
Let's
some
take it.
bullshit.
Let's take a day. You say got 3 fouls. This shit dead.
He got three fouls.
I thought you said he got three.
I thought he only had two.
Okay.
But if he got three, we super dead.
Yeah, I know you meant. I know you meant go bad, Mark. Nah, that nigga got a triple. He got all zeros.
By my ass nigga.
and they'll go away from him for the whole game too. Like they just won't play him for
Exactly.
real.
Like I'm trying to remember who was my other option other than go back, my man. I don't think I had one. Oh yeah, it was him with Hartenstein. How many rebounds Hartenstein got?
I don't know. Let me see. But shit, they'll if Gobert ain't playing, they'll leave Hartenstein out the court. Let me see something. Let me see something. Case and do nothing wireless.
My man, nigga.
That nigga
No,
leaving a lot of money on the table during his playoffs because they definitely been giving him a chance.
your bitch ass. Yo could have cashed me the other night. Yeah, 10 and a half times.
Hartenstein got 4-1.
No, that's trash.
He got 4-1. So
When I need them niggas to score, they don't score. But if I pick their rebounds, which they known for, them niggas all of a sudden don't be fucking rebounding.
yeah,
Like I gotta have Gobert for 15 points and 5 rebounds. He had 5 rebounds in the first quarter, but had 8 points for the game. Or if I do a reverse, he had fucking 4 rebounds and fucking 20 points. Like in what world would Isaiah Hartenstein have more points than rebounds?
right. So,
At betting world. And you know, even still then, I ain't gonna say is rigged or whatever for real. Like
they got Anthony Edwards right now 23 and a half for negative 125. I'm taking that.
but that ain't bad. He definitely gonna play that.
I'm taking that. You think Jalen Williams won't get 20 and a half?
Mm-mm.
All right.
He just went off last game. He not gonna go off 2 games in a row. And if he proved me wrong, he proved me wrong. But I stand by that.
All right. I like that. Let's see. Rebounds. Damn, Chet only got one. Put him for 6. Man, got 3 already.
Hey, yo, what
Yeah.
is the best storytelling trilogy of all time?
The best storytelling trilogy. What?
Hmm.
Movies?
Music.
The best storytelling trilogy. Red Man,
Music.
Superman Lover.
Music. Red Man. What?
Superman Lover.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. I ain't mad at that. How far up on the list or down on the list would you have to go to get the Tony story by Meek Mill?
Not far.
Because he got 3 of them, right?
Not
And
far.
all 3 of them is bangers.
Not far. Top five.
Okay.
Top five.
Okay. I had people who debated me and said that Tony's story was not even top 10.
And nah. Tony Story top 10. Um, very underrated and is not in the top five because it hasn't. I don't think it transcended time well enough. But go check out EPMD Jane, yo.
Jane.
Jane, Mary Jane, Jane.
Hmm.
Yeah, go check out the Jane series, yo.
Okay.
Jane haircut like Anita Baker. Oh, yeah, I'll tell you that shit hard, yo. I know I'm showing my age
Check
with
it
the
out.
EP. I'm showing my age with the
No, I mean it's
EPMD, but
cool.
yeah.
I like, I like when check my shit out. Pause.
And EPMD, that's one of my artistic influences too. You know what I mean?
I can see that.
Artistic influence. Like
I can totally see that.
Eric Sermon used to sing and stuff. Like for real, all the rappers that used to sing and stuff back in the day, like I used to like when rappers used to sing before it was cool for rappers to sing. If that make any sense.
It's not good, you saying.
Like for
Um,
real, low key, Big Daddy Kane. Pause. I gotta pause my man name now. Um, BDK. Yo got he got a love song on Hell Yeah Mark. EPND is very underrated as far as influence. Um,
you definitely got pause BDK because that sounds like Big Dick.
yeah, well, pause my man name. Um, he got a rap love song on his first album that's better than I Need Love.
Oh, man, check that out.
The day
Better
your
than I Need Love.
the day your mind look up pause Big Daddy Kane look up Kane. I need love. I mean the day your mind, and then come back and tell me your opinion.
Okay.
LL, your guy too. Oh, my bad. LL, your guy too, yo.
Exactly. That's
Look
why I'm
that joint
curious.
up.
Is it better
Yeah, like that joint.
than
It was supposed to be on the radio. I don't know what was wrong with the label. The label was crazy for not putting that joint on the radio. They
you
fucked up
think
with that.
Daniels go under 8 rebounds? He got four already. I
I
think
think
he
he
go
might get
under.
that 8. You think he going under?
I think he going under.
I
I'm
think he
gonna put
get that.
under.
I think he might get that.
I don't know, man. I could be wrong.
It's a
And I
long way to go.
think Julius Randle gonna be under 5 assists easily. He only
How many?
got one right now.
Yeah, I like that. Let me see something.
He only got.
Hartenstein scored again. I had him under on point. I was about to have him under on points. Julius Randle under 5. I'm gonna try that one. Um, Let me see Hartenstein points again. Did they change it? They got it under 15 now. Oh, he got 8 already.
Cool.
Hartenstein.
Mm. Nigga probably got 2 rebounds.
Threes.
So I think Tony's story up there. My girl, she listening to Crazy Story by King Von.
Uh huh.
I think that's up there too. I think that's up there too. And I think it's gonna take some time to find out if it really is or it ain't. But I'm usually pretty good with deciding whether or not something a classic or not.
Well, I 100% believe that Crazy Story by Vaughn is definitely a classic
Hmm.
because I can literally tell you where I was the first time I heard that joint.
Mm, okay, I can.
And
But
but I'm just saying how it hit me, and it had me like, yo, who the fuck is this? All this other shit, because I wasn't familiar with King Von until I actually heard that shit on the fucking radio and shit. You know what I mean?
excuse me,
And I was,
I didn't know that.
yeah. And when I heard that shit, I was like, oh yeah, you're one of them. This one of them ones. Where I was like, oh yo, he one of them ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, he did his thing. It's just I don't know. Like I said, when I hear when I hear that shit and I hear him going off creating painting a picture, like when I hear Tony's story, right?
Yeah.
So when I think of dope ass
I
storytelling
disagree.
raps
I
or whatever.
disagree with that. I disagree with that, Mark. I actually very seldom hear people calling anything a classic now, y'all. My bad.
Yeah, a lot of people say this shit is like Rich Washer repeat or shit fade away too fast or whatever.
Yeah.
And if people do claim it a classic, it's usually stands to do the shit the first day that they come out or whatever for real.
Right. 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 Right.
But like to me, when I see or hear storytelling raps, I gotta picture the story or be able to picture the story.
Hmm.
When I hear Tony's story one, two, and three, Meek Mill paint a story, and I can see that shit vividly. Same with King Von on the Crazy Story shit.
Right.
So like when I, when it
Well,
comes to
see,
shit
see,
like that,
now you prefaced it with a series. That's why I had to think. That's why I had to say the ones I say. But I'm going to say the top two. What it do? Top two. What it do? To
what it
me,
do?
still the top two stories are the children's story and Love's Gonna Get You. Even
I
even
agree with the children's story,
even until
but
today.
my second favorite storytelling song, if we're not talking trilogies or multiple songs or whatever, is Renee.
Okay, 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 okay. Yeah, Renee.
Renee is just crazy to me, like, cause I listened to that song 100 times growing up, and I never paid attention that it was about a fucking person. Like,
For
that
real,
he
yo.
was telling a
Man,
story, dead ass, like that he
stop
was
playing.
telling a story about a person. And I know the song name is Renee and all that other shit, right? But it wasn't until I was an adult when I really listened to it and you listen to the story, like Renee is I mean, honestly, and I might be giving him too much credit as a person that don't rap or not into too much music or whatever when it comes to like the artistic side of it.
Right.
To me,
Yo,
that
hold up
is
real quick.
the
Let me class.
epitome.
Hey, Mark, we was talking about storytelling series, like songs, not whole albums. But go ahead, Craig. My bad, yo.
I was just saying, like to me, like that's the epitome of storytelling rap. Like when I listen to them say that, I mean, rap that song, and I close my eyes, I can picture every single thing that they saying about Renee.
Yeah, yeah,
And the
yeah.
nigga that's was it Mr. Cheeks that's fucking with her or whatever for
Pause.
real.
Pause
Like,
your name
yeah,
too.
pause his name. Yeah, you got pause Mr. Cheeks in 2025.
Yo,
Pause. That's crazy.
is
That is
no way that
crazy.
nigga coming out Mr. Cheeks now. Like that name is like double bad, yo. Like yo, your name is literally Mr. Cheeks. Pause. You know what I mean? And then Cheeks means terrible too. So like your name is like terrible, yo. But go ahead, my
Yeah.
bad, yo.
No, I'm just saying, like, when I heard Renee, like that shit, even to this day, like it just stand out to me as one of the best storytelling songs of all times for real. And I think when it comes to rap, I think that might be my favorite topic, or not even topic, or my favorite style of rap for real, when somebody telling a story throughout a rap,
Okay.
and I can picture the shit that they're saying, and it's still hard as shit, and it's still rocking and shit like that for real, like Renee, I just still listen to that shit by my head, motherfucking. Oh, this
So
shit is
basically, shit
fire.
that take you somewhere. You like
Yeah,
a picture getting painted and shit.
yeah. Like I like pictures getting painted, and that's why people are so confused when I don't like Kendrick Lamar.
Right, 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 right.
Um, and I'll say the reason is because the pictures that he paint, although they are vivid, they are boring. I
This nigga Mark Holler, Mr. Cheeks sound like somebody that gets subpoenaed for the Diddy cakes and shit.
easily, easily.
Mr.
He
Cheeks,
probably
man.
is on trial.
Yeah. But yo, Love's Gonna Get You was so hard, pause, that Snoop did a remake, yo.
You know,
Like, come on.
no, I ain't saying it wasn't. I'm just,
That's what
like,
Snoop remade it. That's how hard Love's Gonna Get You is.
well, I was going to get you. I gotta check it out again. I ain't heard it in a while.
And the new Meek Mill song Anthem is good, but it's overrated already. I'm sorry, yo. That shit.
What new Meek Mill?
I'm gonna get down to you. Yes, you know, you know what I'm talking about, y'all. That new
I
Meek.
don't. I ain't been outside in a while, so I don't know what
Well,
that is that you was just humming.
Meek got a new anthem. I will give him that. He got one. He got one. So I'm not taking the one away from him. I'm just saying that it's overblown. They over
Is
what
it
rank
more overblown
is
than Lil
overwhooping.
Uzi? Is it more overblown than that Lil Uzi song?
Lil Uzi got a new song.
No, not the new one. The one that was out recently.
So about I just want to rap.
Yeah. I
It's
just
a
want to
different
rock,
it's
rock.
a different overblownness because it's obvious like that shit got the TikTok up dance appeal and all that stuff. So I think is a
And I just want to rock. Don't.
no. I'm talking about I just want to rock.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, 'cause
No
that's
no no no
definitely a song that he made specifically for
no
TikTok.
no no no. I'm talking about that one. Meek Mill song is almost like the continuation or the evolution of Hold Up Wait a Minute. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
if Hold Up Wait a Minute was the intro, this is the actual song that he was introing Hold Up Wait a Minute for. You know what I mean?
all right, man.
No, I ain't mad at all. I ain't mad at all. So my words might be unnecessary because I'm actually saying that he got one. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that shit like it's the greatest song ever type shit. That's how motherfuckers treating that shit.
For real? I ain't
Yeah.
never heard it.
I'm surprised you ain't had the newer Meek Mills, yo. I know they proud of me. And
Nah, I
he put
promise you.
and it sounded like he put some Philly nigga on singing the hook too. So that's good. You know what I mean? Sound like he
Yeah,
put a
I ain't
Philly
never
nigga.
heard that shit. But more power to them. Niggas was trying to cancel him a few months ago. I'm going to show you how fickle the rap game or the entertainment game in general is. Like,
Yeah.
you can go from being canceled to being back in fucking a matter of one song. 'Cause, the baby was like canceled, canceled. Like, you
Mm-hmm.
couldn't book no shows, no nothing for real. He made that song right after I Just Wanna Rock. I can't remember that song he made last year, but it was pretty much kind of like I Just Wanna Rock, but it
Yeah,
was
yeah. Had the club beat. I know what you're talking about.
yeah, that brought him back, and now he got, he doing shows and shit like that, driving freestyles, like he back kind of buzzing again for real.
Yeah. And he got another one of them songs too.
With that shit, and maybe he understood that. That's why he didn't care. He was unapologetic or whatever for real. because all you need to do is just catch a wave. If you
Hmm.
catch that wave, before it expire or whenever for real, like if you can get a catchy song or the wave of the shit that people listening to, all the dumb shit that you did go out the window. I bet you when niggas listen to that Meek song, they're not thinking, oh, he was a Diddy victim, and this, that, and the third. But up until you just said that he had another banger, that's the most recent that I heard, Meek name
Right,
on the
right.
Diddy case. Like, when they going to subpoena Meek Mill, or Meek going, tell on Diddy or whatever, just a whole bunch of dumb shit when it comes to it. And I'm not a Meek fan, but at no point was it ever, confirmed or whatever that he was out here doing ill shit with Diddy. Like, that's some wild shit to put on a nigga name. And if he was a regular nigga, that is probably the second worst charge you can get other than snitching for real in the streets. He
And
might
like
have to bust a nigga.
and like pedophile shit.
Yeah, yeah, that's true too. But he might
But
have to bust a nigga on the streets for saying that he a booty bandit if he not.
yeah. Um
Like,
I will you have to say that Meek had to answer for some of his antics with Diddy. He did have to answer to it. But once a nigga say, boy, that shit ain't nothing, you know what I mean? His record should be able to speak for itself at that point.
but
You know
they
what I
ain't
mean?
letting his record speak for
Yeah,
itself
yeah,
at
yeah,
that
yeah,
point.
yeah, yeah. I'm saying it should it should be at that point, but he also doesn't handle a lot of things that well either. You know what I mean? But at the same time, y'all still not giving him street nigga grace. Also, like street niggas not supposed to be able to handle trolling in the internet well. You know what I mean? Like, come on, y'all.
That's true. He's supposed to be a crash out.
Yeah, but see, that's one thing that a lot of street niggas gotta realize when it comes to the internet game. You know what I mean? When you're stepping into that realm, you're in somebody else's trap at that point, and you gotta learn how to navigate within that. You know what I mean?
Which is
So
true, but I'm just
so
saying how many street niggas can do that.
some some of them learn. That's what I'm saying. Some of them adapt to it. You know what I mean? Some of them do adapt to it. And then you got some of them that you know what I mean is on there like the Chicago niggas. They on there because and I'm not saying right now they doing the same thing, but when that shit was at its highest, they was literally on there doing the shit that they was alluding to on the internet anyway. So it ain't matter. So, but Meek trying to will try to have that same feel on the internet when he not really gonna go crash out and go to jail for 30 years or die over what he's saying on the internet. You know what I mean? So that's what a street nigga gotta realize. If you're really trying to make a way on the internet and you're really not trying to go kill niggas, you know what I mean? You gotta learn how to navigate that shit better, man. Troll back, nigga. You know what I mean?
That's a fact, but as one person, and he might have a team of social media people or whatever for real, but as one person going against a million people, you're gonna lose every time. Right?
Yeah,
It's always gonna be somebody that control better or is funnier or whatever for real. Like,
right. That's why Meek never learned how to lean into certain things. You know what I mean? He was trying at one point in time,
how
like
do
when
you lean into?
I'm not talking about that shit. I ain't
I was
talking
about
about
to
that shit.
say. I was about to say, how do you lean
I ain't
into
talking
that?
about that
Like,
shit. I ain't talking about
how do
that.
you turn that into a positive?
I don't know. White boys know how to
I
do that
mean,
shit. White boys know how to do
no,
that
they
shit.
don't. They just
Black
don't care.
we can't do that
Like,
shit. We can't do that shit.
exactly. He can't be like, so what if I fuck Diddy? Pause. But he can't say that. But conversely, if this was a white artist and he was, talking about some white mogul like Rick Rubin, they come out like, yeah, I suck Rick Rubin dick. Now what? and
Pause.
nobody would really pause.
Yo,
Yes,
go right back to it and shit.
I'm just saying nobody would bat an eye for real. Like
Yeah, I agree with that.
they'd be like, oh, well, this is white niggas being white. Did you wear shit like that? Like, yeah, I mean, conversely, even if Meek did or he didn't, like, it ain't no leaning into that shit, man. Like, your best bet is to distance yourself from the shit. Like, I ain't do that. I don't get down like that. And then what he fucked up that is, I think he made too many. He made too many responses to the shit. If he'd have just made one statement on some Jay-Z shit, I didn't do this, whatever, whatever. This is blasphemy, da 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 da, and then never addressed it again. I think he would have been better off than every single time one of the trolls make him mad. He got to remind niggas he ain't fuck Diddy.
Yeah, I agree. Man, that
Like,
shit just so fucking wicked, yo. That shit is so fucking wicked, yo. How people make shit up, yo. That shit is terrible, yo.
mm, nah, that's a
Like,
fact.
all right, if some shit come out and people wanna keep on yo hopping on shit, that's that's different. If shit is out and or whatever, that's different, yo. But to actually make shit up, yo, to go in and make some fucking AI shit, you know what I mean? To sound like a nigga doing some wild shit and all that shit. That shit is wicked, yo. Literally
Yeah,
wicked,
it
yo.
is. No, it is. But the way
And I
the
ain't
internet is, like,
and I
they
ain't even talking
going
about the
to believe
hyperbole
that
version
dumb
of it, but
shit. They going to believe that dumb shit. And, nigga could be telling dead ass the truth, but they ain't saw it on the internet with their own eyes, so that's their mind. And then that one AI video or the false truth video that somebody put out, that's going to create 1,000 more trolls that believe whatever it is that that video put out. And then some of them trolls is going to make videos and posts and whatever. Now you got more people. Next thing you know, literally the whole, United States, I can't say the whole world, 'cause I don't know if the whole world is paying attention to what be happening here, but the whole hip hop community as a whole either had heard the Meek gay rumors or they think that he gay. Like that shit ain't that's fucked up to him. Like
yeah.
I ain't never really had no allegations, no real allegations. I ain't had no proofs, no nothing. Like I'm out here living my life as straight as possible, but yet y'all think that I'm letting this man butt fuck me when I was already rich. Like, it would have had more credence. Like, if people tell me, French Montana got fucked by Diddy, pause. All right, that's feasible. French wasn't a very good rapper, but he was gifted some very good songs with some popular people on them, and he made himself a career. That kind of sounds like somebody that gave something to get something. You
Yeah,
know,
French parties with Diddy. Now,
exactly.
academics made a similar point that I was making about how I can imagine pause how Diddy carries it. He said when he dealing with the rappers and shit like that he really don't try them like that as far as be trying to do gay shit on them. Pause. He say what he do is they might got two chicks, right? Niggas fucking with the chicks. You might be getting some dome in the corner or whatever. You look up, this nigga Diddy staring at you and shit. You know what I mean? He he might tell the chick that he with, go get on my man's. You know what I mean? So next thing you
And
know,
he just sit there.
you next thing you
He
know, you
gotta
got
just
it.
sit there.
You got it for the two chicks. Next thing you look up and shit, you see this nigga in the corner like he might not even do the whole yowl yowl while you there, but you might catch him touch or something. You know what I mean? Pause. You know what I mean?
So all right, right.
But
So
with
my
Cassie,
question,
he
hold
do the
up, hold up,
whole yim yansker with Cassie. You know what I mean?
hold up though. So my question is, we know French don't give a fuck. He a wild ass nigga, right? But let's say Fabulous was there, right? And you know how Fabulous reacted and did he when he
Right,
was trying to press down on him at the drink tab shit.
right.
Let's say Fab was there, right? And he doing this thing, like you said, he getting topped off in the corner bars. Did he send his bitch over there? His bitch for he hop on
Right,
Fab with it.
right,
He
Mark.
lit.
Like Lysol in the Chappelle skit. But go ahead, my bad, Joe.
But my question would be, as a straight nigga that just got gifted another bitch, you getting a nice threesome, and I don't care how many times niggas done had them. Niggas love threesomes.
Right.
Um, you just got gifted a threesome. You know, the one bitch is eating you up, the other bitch might have a pussy in your face, whatever. It's totally straight on your end, right? But then you glance over and a nigga diddy yummy yummy. What do you do in that situation? Do you stop immediately or do you try to act like you ain't see him in the corner yummy yummy?
First of all, from my knowledge and my perception, I had already figured out what take that meant. You understand what I'm saying?
All right, I get that. But my
So I'm not
question
getting in no situations with Diddy. This before
no,
everybody knew.
we not talking about you, bro. We talking about Fab. Diddy invited him to his birthday party.
What up?
Fab there, he doing his thing, and he see Diddy out the corner of his eye.
Fab know not to get
Yam
no top
yam.
at the Fab know not to get top at a Diddy party, yo. He
All
already know,
right,
yo.
let's say it's Meek, yo. Let's say it's Meek.
All right, that make more
You
sense.
meet Mill. You meet Mill. You at the party. You doing your thing. Diddy send his bitch towards you. You motherfucking. You getting
That,
topped off. You got the
that's how
pussy in your face
that's how me got in
out
the
the
situation
corner.
in now.
But my question is, as Meek, what do you do? Do you get up and you run away,
Meek
or do you finish doing your thing?
Meek finished doing his thing, and that's how he got where he at today, being so cool with Diddy.
I disagree. I feel like when people started saying that Meek was hanging with Diddy
Yeah,
or he was around Diddy,
and
he
dressing
was already
matching
Meek
outfits with
Mill.
Diddy. Yeah,
Yeah, but he was already Meek Mill. So he'd already gotten to the heights that he was going to get to.
I agree.
Diddy, after he fucked with Diddy or whatever the case is, pause. I don't know what the situation is. But after Diddy came into the picture, he didn't really gain any notoriety. You know, if anything, his image
I'm
took
not
a hit.
saying that Meek did anything to gain notoriety being around Diddy. I'm saying that I believe that that's one of them things that endeared him to Diddy was probably doing his thing. Pause. I'm not saying on Diddy for Diddy, but I'm saying around Diddy.
So,
Even if it was the next room, he got down how Diddy like to get down.
okay. My question is though, so you say based off the Meek Mill intel that we got, that Meek did his thing and he didn't pivot, right? All right. So now let's put Bruce John Roy in the motherfucking in the gulag prize. Um, you know Diddy is an entertainer, right?
Right.
But you don't know Diddy is a menace,
Okay.
right? Or you heard Diddy a menace, but it ain't been no proof yet, right?
Okay.
You
We lost Craig for a second. He'll be back. But I kind of see where he going at with it. Um, but I'm gonna see. I'm not gonna make no assumptions. I'm gonna let you finish when he get back. But I just think that when motherfuckers get around Diddy, they do some of them anyway. Do a lot of the same things they was doing anyway. Like growing up, it's a lot of partying that went on. You know what I mean? Niggas wasn't messing with each other, but you know, what I mean that orgy shit, all that shit ain't nothing new or spectacular. It's just the things that Diddy was doing at the ones he was doing was would make it something different. You know what I mean? What drink champs clip were you talking about, Mark? Oh, you talking about the fabulous joint? You talking about the fabulous joint? Yo,
yo,
yeah,
I don't know. You hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, like, as you as an unassuming person, right?
Yeah.
If you Yeti Burrow with the Yeti Burrow, and the little bitch she eating you up, the other little bitch got her pussy in your face. Most rappers, especially if this their first time at a Diddy party,
Uh huh.
they probably letting their guard down a little bit,
I agree.
and they do their thing. And now the Yeti Burrow in your face, you having a threesome, and he in the corner like, take that, take that. And by the time you realize that he said, take that, you too far gone. I, you already mid threesome for real, and you hear him in the corner, Yeti burrowing himself like, take that, yeah,
Yo,
daddy.
you got to pay attention to niggas ad libs, yo. Yo, niggas don't be lying in their ad libs. Yo, niggas might lie in their rap show, but niggas ain't lying in their ad libs, son. I'm trying to tell you,
Yo,
yo.
take that is the wildest ad lib ever in retrospect, yo. It was sitting there watching niggas thrash his girl, like, take that, Cassie.
Yo, son, yo. You pay attention to a nigga ad libs, yo. Yo, this shit is I don't know, you probably don't remember this. I think Latasha and Mark might remember this, yo. Pause these bars because they really Lil Kim bars. So pause the bars. Pause the bars. Um Lil Kim was like, he can't work the middle because his thing too little. Right? Pause. Why did he sing that part along with her? He ain't sing no other part of that song with Little Kim, but he can't work the middle because his thing too little. Pause, yo. Yo, he been telling
Yo,
niggas, yo.
and
He
nigga
been,
is a menace,
yo, he
and
sang it in
Biggie is too.
unison. He sang it in unison with Lil Kim.
Biggie is too, yo, and I don't care what nobody says.
Mark,
I don't know if I sent you. I don't know
Mark
if I
Holler,
sent you that. I saw the
Mark
shit about
Holler,
Chuck Berry.
Mark Holler, pause the bars should be a segment.
If pause the bars, we could do a whole Biggie segment on it. I, like Biggie was like, I don't care what nobody say. Biggie was Diddy first real conquest in the rap game. Pause.
Hold up, nah. See. I outlined this shit too, yo. Matter of fact, I made a post about it earlier. I made a post about it earlier. Number 8 on Ready to Die. You can look it up right now. It is a quote unquote skit, which they used to have on a lot of hip hop rap albums back in the day. Skits.
Right.
It is a skit of Biggie Smalls pause smashing a chick. It is audio porn. Number 8 on Ready to Die.
Okay.
It's called F Me. That's what it's called on that's what it's called on the album.
Right.
Album produced by Puff Daddy.
Puffy. Right.
A&R by Puff Daddy. That skit is probably written by Puff Daddy. It might
Okay.
have been a real audio recording. We don't know that, but either way, Puffy either listened to that and was like, "Yeah, yeah, this got to go on the album."
Or he motherfucking tore it up in his head and made
Or
him fucking rap it.
it wasn't rapping, yo. It was literally,
I know what you're saying,
yeah,
but I'm
yeah, yeah, yeah,
just
yeah, yeah, exactly. He he wrote the script for it.
yeah. I mean, either way, I was watching it. I don't know if I sent this shit to you, but I was watching something where they
Nah,
had
Mark. Nah, Mark. Diddy was the conquest at Uptown.
yeah, yeah. He was the conquest of Uptown, and then he became the predator afterwards.
Yeah,
But it was a video I saw of Biggie where somebody asked him how he talked about Jesus or some shit like that,
yeah,
and uh, then he put his hands over his mouth and he was like, "No, it's enough of that. Next question." And then Biggie like start sniffing his hands and shit.
right.
Pause. And he like, "You got some soft hands and they smell good."
Start
That's just
sniffing it.
one.
Start
He
sniffing
starts
the interviews
sniffing
hand.
Diddy.
Oh,
No, Diddy had
that's
Diddy. The
wild.
interview asked Biggie a question.
That's wild.
Biggie about to answer the question. Diddy put his hand over his mouth, and he like, "Nah, we're not answering that. Next question. Next question." And then Biggie says,
Oh, you
"Your hands are soft and they smell good."
that's wild, yo.
And then the little interview cut off or whatever. But so I don't know what happened. But it's just one of many instances of Biggie being pausy. And you couple shit like that because I'm sure it's multiple interviews where they do some questionable shit with the fucking questionable lyrics that he got.
Yeah,
Um, you know, it's not a stretch for me to think that Biggie was pausing. Do it take away from him as the GOAT rapper to me? No. He could be whatever he want to be or wanted to be. But
he was talking about a lot of them niggas, man. He was talking about Busta Rhymes. You know what I mean? I'm convinced enough about Busta Rhymes because I was hearing
I'm
about
totally convinced on Buster. It's
I
a
was
couple
hearing
niggas in the game I don't like.
put it like this. I was hearing about Busta and I was hearing about Busta and Diddy well before social media was had blossomed. I just anybody that's listening is I'm not. Let's just say I believe it. I'm not saying it's the truth, but I've been hearing about it before social media blossom. I wouldn't be saying it if I didn't. You know what I mean? Like
I believe that shit.
I've been
Um,
hearing about Busta since the early 2000s, and I've been hearing about Diddy since the mid 90s.
and I done heard about too many of Diddy's call another nigga that I ain't gonna let escape these allegations while we on here. Jamie Foxx. I done heard a lot of allegations about Jamie Foxx, man.
Yeah, definitely a
Oh,
lot of as Corey Holcomb would say, a lot of backdooria allegations about JB Fox too. You know what I mean?
yeah. So like. Diddy, Jamie Foxx, Busta Rhymes. I think I mentioned them to my mother, and she swore me up and down that she ain't never heard nothing about Busta Bust.
Will Smith.
Um, Will Smith. I mean, yeah. Um, Trying to think who I done heard backdoor shit about on the entertainment hip hop shit. Um, Will Smith. I mean, that might be the big four for real. It might be the big four, but I know Busta Rhymes, motherfucking another nigga I don't like is Usher. Um,
Yeah,
I don't like
heard
Usher.
about Usher shit too. But I will say that the only show enough allegations, and it's a wild one that I heard definitely about Jamie Foxx was the naked basketball game.
That and I heard he be having freak offs too.
No, I heard he be having like the freak off parties and all that, but I ain't never heard that like no specific things like him being connected specifically with males though.
No, I not. I mean, well, I heard that he liked to dibble and dabble. Um, I don't know if there's any like allegations or wax or in an article form or whatever, but I did hear that he liked to dabble and dabble with men's buttholes bars. Um, I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know if he's just a wild ass nigga and it'd be butt fucking going on at his parties and he don't be entertaining it. Um, but I know they said he be having wild ass freak offs, so he be doing a lot of that same weird shit Diddy was into.
Okay.
Um, so whether
And you have to think also that if you having Hollywood parties and you straight, you still ain't out there like, no, y'all can't do that gay shit in my house.
exactly, that's why I said it was probably men getting butt fucked at his house bars. Um,
I will guarantee that is backdooria going on
exactly,
at
but
your
if
place.
I was having those type of parties, right? Because I've
Yeah.
been to like they call them lifestyle parties or whatever
Right.
for real.
Right.
And I've been to those type of parties where it is backdoor you're going on for real, but that ain't your bag, so you just keep it moving for real. Like, it's backdoor you're in that room. All right, cool. I won't go in that room. Like, it is what it is. But I do know that it's been backdooria in parties that I've been to. I can share this much with the chat. I used to go to those type of parties, and
Yeah.
I used to do my thing or whatever. And
Nah, I ain't
part of
never
the
I ain't been there before.
okay, well, again, that's what I said. Motherfucking, I remember, I met this little chick. She was nice. We ended up doing our thing. So I'm feeling that shit for real. You feel me? I'm in
Yeah.
that bitch. Like, hey,
You talking
I'm
about
going to
Kane?
town, pause. Huh?
You talking about Kane, yo, when Kane was in the interview and they asked him about the basketball game. He was in there just like Kane when Main Man was like, you know you done fucked up, right? That shit was funny, yo.
Yeah, that shit is wicked. But
Niggas was playing strip hoops, yo. Nah, son.
strip hoops is crazy. But yeah, I fucking am, you know, I'm doing my third this or whatever, and I turned around. It was like three or four people there, somewhere, like oh shit, what's going on? And so I turned back around. I finished on. I continue to do my thing. I'm in there. I'm putting forth all the beat effort at this point, and so I turned back around. It's about 10 people there now. So now I feel like I got to put on a show or whatever. For real. Long story short, I ended up putting on a show, And when I walked out, it was like three people that I know was engaging in backdooria watching it.
Niggas try to get you on squad.
That shit, that shit kind of weirded me out after the fact,
Ain't
but
no way.
it was,
Ain't no fucking way.
but in retrospect, it might be along the lines of what I asked you. If you in the middle of doing your thug thizzle and you worried about the object at hand, does it matter if Diddy in the corner and he take
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get affected.
that?
I think I'm.
Huh?
I think I'm gonna get affected. I can't say I'm that type of prime time player, yo. Pause, yo. For
I'm about
real,
to
yo.
say, I guess I am because
Yeah, yeah,
ain't nobody, wasn't nobody in the background or some
yeah,
Diddy shit like
yeah,
take that.
yeah.
Wasn't
Nah,
nobody,
nah.
wasn't nobody like that.
Some
But
people can play the nicest shit at 1-on-1 in the backyard. Pause. It has nothing to do with the backyard we talking about.
I'm
But
about
it's
to say, wow.
but it's some people. There's some people that's 1-on-1 at their local court or around their way hooping that's nice as shit. But once they get under the whistle with a crowd, they not the same player. You know what I mean? Because they're affected by the surroundings. I think I'm that type of fucker. Pause. You know what I mean? I'm not. I ain't even gonna say that. You know what I mean? I'm an NBA fucker, yo. No, that ain't me, yo. Fuck
Oh,
that. No,
nah, fuck
no.
that.
I
I'm
ain't
bright
no.
lights,
No, I ain't no
motherfucking.
league. I ain't no league nigga, yo. I'm a street baller, yo. I'm a
I'm the
street baller.
LeBron of this shit, nigga.
No,
Pause.
no,
Like,
I'm a street baller, yo. I ain't even gonna lie, yo. Nah.
I'm LeBron putting on a show for Stephen. I mean, versus Stephen A. Making
Did,
niggas think I'm ready to smack the shit out.
yeah, Diddy would have been mad at me, pause. You know what I mean?
You know, I ain't even gonna hold you. You know, in retrospect, now that I think about it, Diddy probably would have motherfucking been happy with me that night. You ain't see that nigga working it out. He ain't even pay me no attention. He ain't even know I was in the corner. That's fucking hilarious. No, no, all jokes aside though, like what I can say is when I
What
turned
what
around
what about when he
and
tells Shorty
noticed,
bring? What about when he tells Shorty bring him that condom, yo, and he walk out the room, yo?
well, at that point I'm disgusted. I'm already disgusted. See, I'm already disgusted with myself
Pause,
that I
ew, yo,
did what I did.
that nigga nasty, yo, yo,
It is, but what I'm saying is I'm already halfway disgusted with myself because I just did what I did. You
yo,
know how you get that post nut clarity, you already disgusted. And
yeah,
then
pause, yeah,
once he tell her that, I'm fucking Erling probably. Like, what he gonna do with that? He gonna throw it in the trash for me?
yo.
I probably would have
It
tackled Diddy. Like, you're
has
not taking this shit nowhere, bro.
not been stated how did he hold my beard the fuck out of R. Kelly, pause.
Easily. Way worse than. And that was the thing. Kelly actually said that on trial where they talked to him. It is people in Hollywood that make what I did look like child's play. I can't believe he actually used child's play, but um, he did, and it's the truth. Like it's somebody with Hollywood right now that's running around. Everybody probably think they're a cool person. That's worse than Diddy. Like I know it's somebody that's worse than Diddy for real in Hollywood. Harvey Weinstein was worse than Diddy in Hollywood for real.
Yeah.
They just didn't get to put him on trial the way that they, putting Diddy on trial. But if Yo would have made it to trial, like shit would have got ugly. That's why I think they killed him. Conversely, it's why I think they can't kill Diddy now. Like, if you get Diddy out of
You
there,
talking about Jeffrey Epstein,
or is it Harvey Weinstein?
Harvey
Not Harvey
Weinstein.
Weinstein.
Okay, so you think they
Hung
got him?
himself. He technically hung himself or whatever for real.
That was Jeffrey Epstein. That they
Which one
say
of them was fucking kids and they ended up hanging themselves?
Jeffrey Epstein.
Who was Harvey Weinstein? Then? I'm pretty sure
That's
he
the
was fucking
producer.
people and he died. Didn't he die?
Harvey Weinstein also he passed, but Harvey Weinstein was the fat Hollywood producer that
Yeah, but he was fucking people on his private island and all that
no,
other
that's
good shit,
that's
right?
Jeffrey that's Jeffrey Epstein. That's Jeffrey Epstein. Harvey
Or whichever
Weinstein
one.
Harvey Weinstein was the producer. Jeffrey Epstein was into money. Like yo was into like banking money and investments and he the one that had the islands and Jezelyn and all that shit, the chick, all that shit, yeah.
Yeah, whichever one. Regardless, he fucking, he was wild. He was fucking, he was worse than Diddy. They ain't let him go to trial to kill him though. And I wholeheartedly believe that they killed him because he had too much information on the rich and famous.
Yeah. It's
So they
yeah,
got him
Mark.
out of here. And because they got him out of here, they can't get Diddy out of here the same way. So Diddy kind of safe from getting killed. And all he gotta do, because you're not really telling me that them rich motherfuckers like him, they got secrets and shit on people. Don't be nervous as fuck in these situations, thinking that somebody else is gonna get them killed. Like, oh, I got this. Cassie said he got hella tapes or hard drives with fucking blackmail on them and shit for different fucking celebrities or powerful people or whatever from different times that they was at his party.
Right.
Um, you're not really telling me that one of the people that he got on there not powerful enough or got enough connections to get him knocked off or clipped off in jail. The problem is the optics. If Diddy died the same way that Epstein died, then motherfuckers is going put two and two together on the public opinion shit.
Right.
Even if Diddy was to get shanked in jail, people would be like, "Oh, that's two rich and famous motherfuckers that had dirt on people that motherfuckers got killed or that ended up dying or whatever for real." So I don't think they can do nothing to Diddy. Their best choice is to try to get him convicted without motherfucking bringing the evidence of other people in it. 'Cause I know once they start going through them tapes, if they were to, he probably got all types of motherfucking celebrities and politicians and athletes and all types of shit on there for real.
Right. Yeah, that's the Raising Kanan play. He was talking about the two Corys, how they was revealing what happened to them in Hollywood. Basically they was getting passed around in Hollywood. They talking about what's the name? Backdooring them forcefully. Charlie Sheen
With
back
two cores,
Corey Hyman, Corey Feldman.
I don't know them niggas.
Corey, the two Corys were in. You ever see the Goonies before?
Uh-uh.
Damn, you ain't never see the
But I know
Goonies.
what it is.
You ever see Lost Boys before?
Nope.
God damn, yo. Now you're not automatically supposed to have seen them before, but I would think that you might have seen them through your mother
Mm-mm.
at the
I mean, if I
very
did, I
least.
probably ain't pay that shit no attention. But
Yeah.
I
Well,
honestly
it's,
don't
it's
remember
best.
watching either one of them.
It's definitely two classics, but they were like the biggest child child actors. You know what I mean? Back in the 90s. Like they were the epitome of 90s like teen actors, you know what I mean? But they
Yeah.
80s and 90s, late 80s and 90s. But they ended up both of them ended up on Smack. The other one died from Smack and came out later on. Corey Feldman came out and was talking about what happened to him, and they tried to sweep the shit under the rug. You know what I mean? As a crazy junkie child actor. You know what I mean? But how the fuck do they get there? You know what I mean? It ain't just that they party too much and then get on drugs. You know what I mean?
Of course, they get, either given the shit to begin with, or they turn to the shit after somebody that did some ill shit to them.
Right.
That's why even before the shit became like mainstream noise or whatever, that Disney Channel child actor shit, I've always felt sorry for Disney Channel child actors. Like, seems like all of them, especially from like the mid to late '90s to the early 2000s, almost all of them ended up fucked up, even if it was for a brief period of time, or and they bounced back or whatever. Because even somebody like Raven Simone went through her, you know, crazy period or whatever for real before she bounced back. Look at bitches like Lindsay Lohan or Amanda Bynes or fucking Britney Spears, even like, um,
I think
well,
that they either tried Nick Cannon or they did something to Nick Cannon and he got them by the balls on some shit. He don't say nothing. The same way I believe that Ray J got a lot of dirt on women in Hollywood messing with him when he was younger. Whole lot of dirt. So Ray J has his way with getting financing and stuff that he need from Hollywood. You said Nick was a little older. That could be true, but is Nick Cannon and Ray J, they have their way with, you know what I mean, with Hollywood. If they need financing, they getting that shit. You know what I mean? They got something what they want to do, they getting that shit. And I believe I don't know as much about Nick Cannon. I just said that because he was with Nickelodeon at one point in time. But I'm almost certain with Ray J has his way because if he come out and say the shit he say about the women, it just changed narratives.
I mean, I don't know who got what. I know Nick Cannon do get away with a lot of shit. The only time they put him in his place is where he came for the Jewish people.
And other than that, he's really user friendly. So like he good at being like really straddling the fence, not being too polarizing anyway. So they kind of had to put him in this place when he started that Black Israelite shit.
Yeah, they definitely had to correct him. Buck like that fucking shit is real, on a broad scale. But even when you get to those settings, like sometimes they be feeling like they gotta put you in your place, and they figure out, or something come up where they could probably sweep it under the rug or whatever. They make a bigger deal out of it than they supposed to, just to put
All
you in
right,
your place.
how I feel if you are doing business with somebody, you can't be doing that bullshit anyway. Like if I'm a black entertainment conglomerate owned by black people, right? And I hire somebody white and they spewing some wild ass shit about black people. Don't you think that I'm gonna, you know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna. You think I'm gonna still fuck with them?
Of course not.
Right,
So I
yo.
get it, but that's still putting somebody in check. It's buck breaking. Like, oh, this nigga think he above his britches. Let's put him in his place. Because as soon as they told him he was taking Wild and Out away, he, was teary eyed and apologizing. That shit is wicked. But what was I already said? I gotta get ready to take my ass to sleep. I gotta get up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
All right, that's what it is. That's what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and finish watching this game anyway. So top two, that's what it do. We be back. Holla at y'all another time. Thank y'all for coming out once again. Tasha, Mark, we love y'all. Peace.
For